Oh, it's been said a bard's life can often be a hard life, or hill and jail to rove and always move from town to town. And some folk have inquired if ever we grow tired of ranging all around the world and never settling down.
But one should be a little wary of remaining stationary. 'Cause comfortable is lovely, but it's not the way we grow. When life starts to unravel, pick up your pack and travel. You'll find a strange serenity in places you don't know. Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-da-terry-o-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. You've got no map for showing which direction you are going.
But why start on a journey if you know where it will end?
And once you recognize,
to anticipate surprise, you'll relish every twist and turn that lies around the bend. Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-da-terry-o-dee-da-dee-da-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road.
The world has got its demons. There are many reasons why you'd find it harder to be brave than be afraid.
But every life could use some danger. Every friend was once a stranger. Ships are safe in harbor, but that's not why ships are made.
Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-da-terry-o-dee-da-dee. A fwit-da-dee-da-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. Adventures waiting further down the road.
Let's go!
Greetings, adventurers! 'Tis I, Pablo Garbanzo, your storyteller for tonight's event. It's Decide Your Endangerment. What are we doing tonight? Well, it's like a choose your own adventure story, except we can't say choose your own adventure because that's copywritten. So it's Decide Your Endangerment. Now, I want to thank everybody for being here tonight. Let's see, who do we have here? Fantasy Palette, I saw Moralist TV. Kara, Zolani, hi, Sally A, Ghost Witch, hello, and of course Reverend Tommy with 306,918 points. We'll see what happens. All right, so what is this? Well, it's kind of like, as I said, a choose your own adventure, and this is a kind of a new script that we are working on. Now we are working on a script for Gen Con where we've got Kazoo and Gif as our heroes, and then we use people from the audience as volunteers, as part of the rest of the party, or as possibly villains, things like that. Now, of course, we're also trying to do one that just involves everybody, so not one particular hero. And this one, well, we'll get to this in a moment to our actual hero. But I want to bring on the show right now our very own Twitch moderator and awesome person, Reverend Tommy. Well, hello.
Oh, hello, Paolo. How are you?
It's like you're in the office of it just looks so high tech back there behind you compared to my chalkboard from the before time.
Yeah, I got screen here, screen there, screen there.
I
have 4 screens. And then I have a separate laptop, which is just for Nat 21 logins. And I've got other stuff. But yeah, I got all the tech. But you want to know what else is exciting for this month, Paolo?
Tell us.
It is 37 months we've been doing this on Twitch.
What? So we just had our 3-year. That's right, because it would have been April. Yeah.
Yep, we started Twitch about a month or so after
I came back. That's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
We've been doing this on Twitch for 37 months because of you guys.
That's right. For all the people who are watching, wherever you are, and or just listening in, we wouldn't be here without you guys. And yeah, it's I'm like, man, that was 3 years. That whole COVID thing, really, honestly, it's just still, to me, it's just kind of like a blur. And I know some really awesome things, some awesome adventures happened, but man, it's such a blur. And yeah, I mean, I guess one of the best things that happens to me now is that when people that I see for the first time since COVID, and they're like, oh my gosh, you guys. Just, I mean, we don't have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people who watch every night. We have dozens and dozens, and but it got them through being stuck at home for 2 years, and that's always like a really great. Just feels real good to be part of something that probably kept me sane. That's not saying much because I'm probably already insane, but kept me from going more insane. So yes. And thanks for all the subs and everybody. It's it keeps it going, and yeah. Got anything else to add to that?
No, it's been a wild ride. Let's see how far we can keep this going.
A wild ride. Well, I do want to point out we are going to be seeing some of you down in over in New Jersey. I won't be there this year, but Jack the Whipper is going to be there, and actually GIF is going to be there. She's actually in the cast of New Jersey at this moment. They kind of roped her in at the last minute, and so now she's going to be over there. So there's a few of you who are going to be out there. Say hi, and of course Shakespeare will be there as well. I don't think he's going to be there the last weekend. I can't remember. But go on over to New Jersey and have a great time. We play with the Dice Knights people there a lot as well. So there's a little shout out to them. I worked my Garbanzo magic and got them into the Tennessee show. So we are having a great time with Dice Knights down in Tennessee here. And yeah. I've got 2 more weekends of Tennessee coming up, and we've had great weekends so far. We've literally dodged rain bullets by like mere minutes. I did my last show on Sunday, and then it was like, and rain. So, no, actually Saturday. Yeah. So yeah, but well, thanks a lot, and yeah, yes, I'm saying probably not, Amy. No, let me see.
So David Percival, you are correct. Shakes is not at Jersey this year because
he's not there at all.
He's running his own show. He's running a festival.
That's right. Oh, right, because Scarborough goes all the way.
This is his first year.
First year's entertainment director. He's having a blast. I'm gonna put that in question mark. Yeah. So if you have any questions about what it takes to be the entertainment director of a Renaissance fair, Don't ask me, ask Shakespeare. I see it from the side and I just go, oh, I'm so glad I'm not that.
Yeah.
Not that
I'm
person.
sure he's better than others who we have discussed before.
Yes. Whose names will remain nameless. Yes.
Those who know.
Those who know. You know, it is what it is. What are you gonna do? It's a crazy, crazy world. But you know what's crazy world? Earth. Earth's a crazy world. So now we've done last year we did some decide your endangerments. Now I used to call it decide your personal endangerment because I liked it as a more of a choose your own adventure, but it's like decide your personal endangerment had the same kind of cadence. But I figured out that decide your endangerment, if you just have the first initials, it's DYE, which could be die.
So
Anyway.
DYE is essentially still a DIY.
It is. It's a work in progress. So today's hero, our story is all about Kyle. Kyle the kobold. The bold kobold. Yes. And we've got a little story about him. Here we go. Wait, let's get him up there. Bam. There he is. Look at that guy. So handsome. Yes. Kyle the kobold. This is a story about him. Now, here's another thing I want to point out about these stories that I've created and that I've been making, is that all of these will affect things that happen in the world of Urt when other people get involved. It's like when the Patreon Saints are in the same city as the Nat 21 crew, they affect the actual city. So things change, buildings get knocked down, explosions happen, rhinoceroses run through the city, and
the potion shop.
Potion shops. So this will actually have some bearing on some future things, and it's all up in the air. It could be Kyle ends up being a 7th level kobold, or Kyle could be not anything.
You mean Kyle might actually level up?
Oh, he's gonna level up. I've already made the images, so yeah. The decisions that everyone makes tonight will determine whether or not Kyle lives. So yes. Now although here's the thing. Okay, I want to ask this because me and Kitty, and I think Rev, you were there when we were having this discussion, because I said kobold and Kitty Chaos was like, don't you mean kobold? And I was like, that's what I said. She's like, no, you said kobold. And I was like, kobold. She's like, no, it's kobold. So how do you say kobold? Do you say kobold or do you say kobold? Kobold? I don't know.
Yes.
Yes, either one. I'm going to use it interchangeably. So let me know in the comments. So as we said, he is a kobold, but this adventure is not just about one kobold. It never is. An entire family of kobolds. Now, kobold families have kind of a hive mind, and they work together. That's how they work so well together. And this hive mind allows them to actually use their knowledge and give it to other people. So what happens is that if one kobold is killed, some of their memories are transferred over to the next of kin. They don't get everything. It's not perfect, but the other ones will kind of have like an idea of like, oh, we shouldn't attack that, or maybe we should, or whatever. Different styles of combat, things like that. But it's more like a feeling that they get, like the Force, or maybe Deanna Troi from Next Generation. It's not perfect. So even if we lose 1 or 2 or 40 of them, they all still have that little knowledge from their previous lives to bring survivors the wisdom they need. That's right. So let's start our tonight's Decide Your Endangerment with Kyle, the bold kobold, the proxy leader of this particular clutch of kobolds. Yeah, he's the leader because he was just slightly larger than all the other kobolds. Now, Kyle is growing up in the caverns with his kobold siblings in a big clutch of eggs, which, by the way, I did have to look that up because I was like, wait, they're lizards now. They didn't used to be. They used to be more dog-like, but kobolds apparently are reptiles. They do lay eggs. I looked it up. Kyle has survived the youngling stage and is now a full-fledged adult kobold. So he's about 6 years old, which also I looked up. Kyle has been informed by the Madrone of the family that they need to send more kobolds to the city of Magecroft to reinforce some family ties. She said, "You'll find them down by the docks." And Kyle and 50 of his siblings leave the mountain cave of their home, grab some rope, some sticks, and some pointy rocks, and head to the big city. Now, will Kyle the bold kobold make it to Magecroft with his siblings? Let's find out. First order of business. Kyle, are you going underground through the caves or over land? Each one has their own dangers. And different adventures. What's it going to be? Let's see. Oh, well. Well, while we set up that.
What were our choices again?
Oh, it's underground or over land. Rawr. Oh, I leveled up on Discord. Yes, I did.
Vote, vote, vote.
All right. So yes, the decision is a tough one because, of course, underground, kobolds are used to that sort of thing, but there are some very serious threats under there. Overland, who knows? Random threats, but I don't know. Maybe more comfortable in the caves. If you were this kobold leader, what would you do? Let's see. Kobold? I'm now confused. Wait, what are you confused about? Pronounce kobold like bold. Yeah, kobold. Right, that's what I said. Overland, easier to escape. All right, vote now. The votes are on. You know, I don't know. If I was a kobold, I would probably... I don't know. Yeah. You know, you would...
Oh, he's going underground.
Going underground, he is. All right. Avoiding such things as the other random encounters. Kyle, the brave leader. Is koboldling free an option? I don't know. Well, heading on down through the caves. Of course, you know, natural habitat of kobolds everywhere. You know, the Madron was like, they're that way. And some other kobolds can help, you know, point them in the right direction. That's the caves to Magecroft. Cage to Magecroft. Very well. They head out. Eventually, they are farther than they've ever been from home. Young kobolds on the streets. Or the caves. Cave streets. Whatever they are. And that's when they start to run into their first new thing. Very large mushrooms. Largest mushrooms, they're like 2 feet tall. They're almost as tall as a kobold. Which are like 3 feet. I don't know. You know, Kyle's getting hungry now. You know, this whole gang is kind of hungry. Do you eat the strange mushrooms? I don't know. They could be poisonous. Do you just let them go and keep on trucking? Slightly hungrier. And by the way, we're tracking all of Kyle's interests here. As you can see, regular stats of a kobold, -4 grappling, +4 hiding, +1 AC, +1 attack. He might get bonuses. This might be a very, very strong kobold. Or again, this could all end badly for them. I haven't really tested this out. That's why we're doing it tonight. Kyle in the sky with diamonds. I mean, what are the odds? What are the odds that the dungeon master would write this scenario that would involve hallucinogenic mushrooms? What are the odds? What do you think, Twitch Mod?
It looks like they're going to be nomming.
Great. Perfect. All right. Well,
nomming is still up.
Yeah. Yeah, it could kill a lot of them. Yes. Is Loon around? Not today. She was gonna be, but yep. I think she's passed out. Let's see. She already partook of the mushrooms.
Yeah. Well, it's Taco Tuesday, so she had her fill at her shop.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
All right, 75% say nom nom nom.
Nom nom nom, indeed. Oh, Kyle, you say, well, here we are, the promised land of mushrooms, and the kobold gang dives in, eating the mushrooms. And, well, that's when they realize that there are even bigger mushrooms. Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely bigger mushrooms. They just plow right through this set of mushrooms. And then before them stand mushrooms that are as big as they are. And they look angry. Like maybe you ate their friends. And all of the 50 kobolds stand there as this army of mushrooms stands before them. Angry. I guess they wouldn't be really gurring at them. They'd just be like standing there silently leaning in towards them. What on earth could you do about that? Do we? Let's see, wait. Oh, there it is. Do we fight them? Do we try to eat them? Do we follow them? What's it gonna be? Kyle thinks he's perhaps a little drunk on these mushrooms, but the mushrooms before him haven't quite threatened him yet. Maybe they're just trying to get his attention. They can't really talk. So, Why is Tommy there? What did I miss? Tommy's here because we love Tommy. Tommy worked very hard trying to get all the things together on our Discord because there was something going on. And now he's here.
Yeah, and I took 30 minutes and had it fixed.
Yeah, because I'm practically a boomer when it comes to technology. So what's it going to be? Fight these mushrooms? Try to eat these mushrooms? Or follow the mushrooms?
Well, it looks like they're going to follow.
Uh-huh. All right, very good. You guys have made some really good decisions. So Kyle stands there holding back the rest of his angry brothers and sisters and says, no, I think they want us to follow them. And once that sort of decision is made in Kyle's mind, the mushrooms all together turn and start to shamble down the cave. Kyle follows them. There's glowing lichen on the walls of all sorts of colors, kind of like what's happening here on my walls. And there, the sounds of a strange animal down in the cave. A very narrow path, one kobold file line. Kyle goes first. and finds at the end of this path, the mushrooms have led him directly to a strange area. It looks perhaps like a cave-in from above. And in this room is a moop of all the things. The ceiling must have collapsed, and there before Kyle is a moop. Now, what is a moop? You might be asking yourself. Well, there's one now. As he clicks the button. There it is. Click the button. There it is. A moop. Why, tis a creature. Wait, here we go. We'll have to turn it this way. There we go. Now, what a moop is a half sheep, half cow. Now, the thing is that, wizards are known for making owlbears, half bear, half owl. Well, that doesn't do anybody any good. But one long time ago, a wizard actually made something that was useful to everyone else. For once in a wizard's life. It's half cow, half sheep. It's gigantic. It's enormous. And it's just piles and piles of oodles of wool. Look at that thing. And they're delicious. So just depending on what you want to do with it. But this moop seems to be trapped. It must have fallen through the rock ceiling and down into this cavern. It can't seem to move. And it seems to be calling out. Well, what on earth could you do with the giant moop? Now, again,
Moopaletta.
You could try to eat it. It seems rather stuck in this little spot there. Might be the best opportunity you have to attack a moop. Or you could try to get it out. Or, hey, you could always ignore it and just let it sit there. It seems to be trying to get out, but it just cannot move at all. What's it gonna be? Moop sandwich? Moopalata? Now, if you go to our
first
Patreon,
vote was for eat it.
Eat it.
That was the very first vote.
They are delicious. I'm not gonna lie. And you can use almost all of the moop, by the way. I mean, just the gigantic wool, all of that meat, the bones. Don't forget the bones. The horns, of course, can be used for gigantic drinking horns. Actually, this is almost actual size. Yeah. I'm not ashamed.
Well, now we know who the one person is.
Oh, did only one person vote for moop?
Well, for eat it.
Oh, for eat it.
Yeah, it's 92%. Overwhelmingly, 11 people want to help the moop.
Helping the moop. Very well. Well, that's grand. Using a combination of sticks and rope. Kyle, you lead your people to moop saving. You actually managed to get this moop out of this giant pit and, well, up to the land. You bring it back to green grass out, and there's the sky above you. The moop starts to chow down, and while you've actually now you satiated your hunger with the mushrooms, it would have been more delicious with the moop, but you now have a live moop, and now that you've got this moop, you are actually going to, let's see. Oh, you gain 1 wisdom. Figuring out how to get this moop up there. Of course, you possibly might have to make a animal handling check, but we'll see what happens. Well ahead of you is the city. Now, or let's see. Ahead of you is the city of Magecroft. Oh, let's see. Wait, I do have a map of that, don't I? Yes. Oh, here we go. Boop. Now, as you can see here, this is our way up top here. That's Magecroft right there. The kobolds have come from these mountains way over here, down through the caves, under the river, magic mushrooms, fields, moop. And now you've followed the rest of this road right by the necropolis and towards the city of Magecroft. Magecroft. A hive of scum and villainy, basically. But wait, there's more, because we actually have, let's see, we have even more pictures. I've got the map of the city. All right. You approach Magecroft. Let's see. Wait, I wonder if I can. Yeah, we got all the things. Dun, dun. Oh, that's right. And I forgot to mention, there was also a +1 intelligence for taking those magic mushrooms, because now you do feel that those mushrooms were talking to you, and they were talking to everyone, even the moop, and that's how you managed to know who the moop was, and that was clearly a hallucination. So +1 intelligence. That's right. So here we have the city of Magecroft. Let's see. You approach all along this road, and with riding now this moop, little town square, and there before you the formidable walls of Magecroft. To your left, the lovely sprawling necropolis. Ooh. Which could have been, that could have been a whole other thing. Let's see. Well, there you are. The giant bustling city of Magecroft. The main road big enough for you and literally all of your kobolds. You haven't lost a single one yet, which is kind of a Christmas miracle, honestly. I thought you would have lost some by then. But there you are. And there, before you, is a knight on a large black horse, wearing black armor. And he looks at all of you. He says, "Who are you? Why are you riding a moop into the city?" And Kyle thinks about what he should do. Now, he thinks perhaps his first move when entering a city, being new, maybe he should make some notoriety for himself. Maybe, if he faces this guy, maybe not fight him to the death, but maybe face him. Maybe he'll gain some notoriety. People will be like, yeah, that's that kobold riding it on the moop. Yeah. Or maybe just be friendly. Maybe I could make friends with him. I don't know. So, what is Kyle going to do? Is he going to charmingly ask for directions? Is he going to just fight him, see what happens? Or is he going to cower and avoid him, but be safe about it? What's it going to be? Oh, I got to check up on these. The chalkboard. Hi, baby. Koboldopolis? Kobopolis? It's a real fight or flight situation. Oh. That is the way it goes. Let's see. He's not asking for a fight, but, it's Magecroft. You always, it's like prison. You always just go for the biggest guy you can see just to, what do you think?
Seems everyone's playing it safe to start off here.
All right. Politely asking for directions. Or is it avoid him?
We got, it's about to end. It looks like it's going to be ask directions, beat out a couple points, F around, and find out. So he's asking for directions.
All right. Well, Kyle puts on his charms and tries to ask for directions in the most charming way he can. So let me see. I'm gonna let's see. I'm gonna say, you know what, Tommy, since you're here, why don't you roll for it?
Alrighty. Let's see what we get. Let me get all my D21s out. And let's see. We will go with this bad boy first. That's going to be a 6.
That is amazing because I actually rolled a 4. Huh. This is you guys have sailed right through. Well, it's not the most charming interaction, but convincingly did not start a fight, but managed to be personable and respectable, and I will still give him a +1 on the charisma check. There you go.
Sweet, he gets +1 to his ting.
That's right. But Sir Clanton Wizard Punter, he's not amused, and he just sends you on your way. He says, just follow the main road. Get out of here. And somehow, I just have to say, I'm surprised that Kyle hasn't lost any of his siblings at this moment, because literally every single other decision that could have been done, you lose at least a few. So I'm just stunned. All right, so you head on down this main drag there, and let me see, where are you? Here it is. You head on down the main drag, and you see, like to your left, the creepy garden district, tree-lined streets, beautiful houses, creepiness, and to your right, a lovely canal. And that's when the animal handling roll comes into effect, because the moop is thirsty. And of course, the moop needs water badly. So he comes down and basically just leaps into the water, and all of the kobolds follow in, trying to save the moop from, well, it's not that deep, but it is a canal. It's not that cleanest either. The Janpire section, yes. And let's see. Well, we're gonna see. We're gonna so canal. Right. Oh, all right. They float on down the canal, and here, Reverend Tommy, why don't you make a save for the group? 50 siblings. That's right.
12.
12. All right, very well. This kerfuffle, he only loses one sibling in this entire, we're down to 49. There, literally everything was like 2d10, like everything else that I have here. So only one kobold is trampled in the kerfuffle of the giant moop just doing what it wants, jumping in the canal, everybody yelling and screaming at him, get that moop out of here. And finally, after the moop has had its fill of water, they are able to pull it out, and they find under a bridge in the canal, some seems to be some sort of game happening. There's a little area where there's, at first you think it's chickens, but oh no, these are actually cockatrice. And there seems to be an under the bridge side canal cockatrice fighting ring down here.
We've seen those before.
Oh yes, you have. Oh yes. Now, there seems to be a lot of people there, and there's a lot of money changing hands. You could spend some time at the cockatrice fights. Perhaps this would lead to further adventure, or maybe not. What's it going to be? Spend some time there, or get that moop out of here? Koopa cockatrice. Oh man. Cockatrice? What is the plural?
I think we've already had this discussion. I don't remember what it was.
I mean, if it's Latin, then it's cockatrice. Cockatrez. Nice. Saw that. Yes, last year we had a decide your personal endangerment with Scarl, and he ended up in the cockatrice fighting ring. And yeah.
Didn't he also get like recruited by the mafia or something like that also? Because he was so lucky.
Something like that, yes. Yes, because the mafia was actually one of the cats had polymorphed themselves into looking like a cockatrice to be in the fight. Yes, that's what it was. There's fun to be had, and honestly, Kyle's not sure if he can stop some of his siblings from going over there. They are, of course, trying to convince him to go, and he's like, I don't know. We should stick to the mission. I don't know.
Nope. Checking out the fights.
Checking out the fights. All right. Well, there you go. Okay. The fights, they look fun. They look fantastic. And of course, Kyle has the best view because he's standing on top of a moop. And the fights go on for a bit. Of course, then they're like, hey, you guys want to cockatrice fights, ballet fights, spreadsheet fights? You guys want to put down some money on this? And the other kobolds are kind of like, But Kyle, too excited, he's like, yeah, well, we've got some shiny rocks and some sticks, and then lies and says that he's got plenty of money, and put me down for 100 of your local unit, and then that's when things go sour. Hey, Tommy, give me a roll off. These two cockatrice fighting there. I'm gonna roll one. You roll another one. If let's see, you want to be the Kyle's cockatrice, or shall I?
I don't care.
I don't care. All right, I'll be Kyle's. You go ahead and you roll for the other cockatrice. And I actually got a 16.
6.
A 6.
So that works out then.
Kyle actually manages to win, and he wins some money. Oh my gosh. Things are going really good for Kyle here. This is not what I had in mind, honestly. So we are up to 13 gold pieces. You guys, seriously, if you mug this kobold, you're gonna get not only a moop, one full moop, but 13 gold pieces. This is how we figure out every single creature in my entire game. This is how we do it. All right. Not only that, but Kyle wins a really awesome helmet. So now Kyle, he's got a helmet. Look at that. Look at that guy. So proud. So proud. Helmet. Bronze helmet.
It's always a bronze helmet, though.
Yeah, that thing gets around.
It's not the bronze helmet, is it?
No, it's not. No.
Okay.
I mean, there's a group of people that makes them, so I mean, they're just there. All right, so
for those who don't know what we're talking about, check out season 1.
That's right. From way back in the way back. Oh my goodness. He's still up there, and yes, he did level up. That's why he's got that armor. Yeah. Golden helmet of Membrino, there can be no hat like thee. Do. All right, so now here's the thing. The downside is that because so much time was spent there, Kyle can't find 3 of his siblings. They've either wandered off, basically found some other adventure, or who knows. So yeah.
They were trafficked.
They end up fighting cockatrices. They decided that they would rather fight cockatrice and taped up the hands, and now they go. Bam. So yes, Kyle carved the roast beef. All right. So what is the next thing? The next thing, they head on down to the main drag. They do not go by the creepy or do they? Wait, did we vote on that already? Did they go to the creepy garden district or no?
No, we have not had that choice happen yet.
All right. Well, Kyle does, gets a drink for all of his 46 siblings. Cheap drinks though, don't worry. And parades on down the street, happily wearing his bronze helmet, riding atop his giant moop. And that's when they pass by the creepy garden district. That is a possible choice. Should Kyle go on this side quest to the creepy garden district, or continue straight down the path? Now, of course, he is riding a moop. Might cause some trouble, but anyway, who knows? What's it going to be? Garden District, main road. Oh yes, we have to have a Janpire incident come up. We haven't had any Janpires recently, have we? I dare say that a lot of the people here probably have never even run into Janpire. Creepy garden district does tell it for me.
They have no idea what to expect, don't you know?
Don't you know? I got to get her back on the show. Too cute. I'm scared. No Jan.
You gotta do it, but you also need to get Arthur as well.
Oh, I know. I'm dying to get Arthur back on the show. He's got twin children.
He's gotta have that reunion with Jan.
Oh yes, right.
Because he got jammed and stabbed in the back, and then he kicked her into the portal.
Oh man, some revenge. Oh my gosh, that would be.
Yeah, his reaction when he found out that she was still alive when he was in another game, and it popped up in the comments. He's like, "Wait, what?" Well, we're taking the turn.
Oh, all right. The creepy garden district of Magecroft. It's just like the garden district in New Orleans, but actual vampires live there. No, so I guess it's the same, really. Now, this whole area run by vampires, where there is a homeowners association where they've managed to magically keep it kind of overcast all the time, so that when the sun's not like right overhead, the vampires can actually get out there, dusk time. So yeah, but the houses are lovely, but it's everything's just a little like, low on the maintenance end of it, just because, when you're hundreds of years old, you forget that you needed to put that new roof on a little while ago. It's like, is it already 100 years later? My memory. And there don't seem to be very many people wandering around this little area. There are people scurrying about, definitely on little missions for their probably vampire overlords. All the little vampire, what are they called? When you're a thrall of a vampire, thralls. And they're running about back and forth, and coming down the street in a lovely lace gown, and wearing one of those like cigar box things in front of them, a woman with a shadow over her, and a long top hat and a veil, comes up to Kyle and his brothers and sisters with a whole big tray of fruit. Just oranges and bananas. Seems a little odd. I don't know. And the lady says, "Would you like a taste of this fruit?" And Kyle notices something strange, that perhaps maybe it's just the mushrooms, but he's pretty sure that those oranges and bananas might have giggled a little. I don't know what could go wrong. It has been a whole 30 minutes since this party has eaten, and kobolds are hungry. Oh yes. Do you spend the rest of your money, take the oranges, the bananas, or get out of there as fast as possible because something is weird? What's it gonna be? Oh yes, giggled. Was that a banana? Is this a banana trap, maybe? I mean, what vampire wouldn't want a game kobolds as their thralls? I'm just saying. Run away. Time for second breakfast, right? Bananas happening. Let's see. Now, I just want to point out, it's almost 8 o'clock. It's a great time for that. We are doing a Dungeons and Dragons event this December in New Orleans, and we are actually going to be there. It's December. Let me see. While we're talking about this, there it is. It's December 5th through the 9th, and we are going to have 4 days and nights in New Orleans, where we are going to be playing D&D. We're going to go see some cemeteries. We're going to see a riverboat. We're going to do a riverboat cruise. We're going to do a cemetery tour. We're going to do a carriage ride through the quarter. And then we're going to play some Dungeons and Dragons. We're going to have a big giant feast to start off with, and then a feast on Friday night with entertainment from performers from the Louisiana Renaissance Fair, including myself. And then Saturday, we actually bring you to the Louisiana Renaissance Fair, shuttle you in. You don't have to worry about driving at all or parking. And then we have a full day of festivities, VIP tour of the festival. And yes, Sir David Percival's in there. Quad Kevin is coming. And I can't wait to see you guys there. It's going to be a ton of fun. And oh, man. So yes, that's coming up. We are gonna go visit the creepy garden district of the actual New Orleans, which is actually the Garden District, and huh, a day at fair with drinking and Dungeons and Dragons. Oh yes, and if I have anything to do with it, yes. And then we've got some plans. Like we're gonna take you to some of the shows during the day, and we've got special things that happen at each show, kind of as a thank you to the heroes that saved the day. Because of course that's why they're having the festival, right? It's because you guys saved the day. So yeah. So
and
coming
be
up
sure
in
to cause
December.
chaos for the mouse traps.
Oh yes. Well, there's going to be that as well. And then there's fireworks at the end of the night. And then we'll jump back on the bus and take you back down to the New Orleans and drop you off at your hotel, and you're free to continue wandering about New Orleans. And there you go. So I think it's going to be a fun time, and I'm getting ready. We actually have some people in the works who are 3D making some New Orleans like French Quarter buildings for us to use as for set piece for their minis, and they're making them right now, so they'll be sweet and looking awesome by the time we have the game. So all right, well, what was the decision? Are we eating more food? Oh no, really? Okay. Oh no. All right.
Oh yes.
Well, you eat this fruit and oh, you're poor. Let's see. Yep. You're yeah. So you eat the giggle fruit. Ah, yes. Oh, my friends, what have you done? You've basically set yourself up to be thralls of the vampire. Now, not yet, but when the vampire comes around, I'm not saying it will, maybe, but yeah. But one of the fruits, one of the bananas, gets up, looks at you. You got that, here we go, I got it. Boop. Whoosh. Gets up, looks at you, says, "I'll be back for you all," and leaps off the tray, skittering away. And yeah, that was a banana. Huh. Weird.
How the heck do you get out of the Feywild?
He's a banana. He can do it. Someone, yes. Well, my friends, the lady who gave them the fruit looks at them and says, "I'll be following you. Don't go far." And oh yes, and she just saunters off. The whole party, they're all drunk and this weird fruit, and they stumble through the garden district. Oh, hate to say, that's a bad one. Oh no, 16. Oh, you're down. So 16. That's gonna be as you stumble through the dark and the trees and the yards of all the various and sundry places of the beautiful architecture, kobolds disappear left and right, probably being eaten by vampires. Probably. But kobolds must go on. You manage to get out of the garden district and find yourself wandering through the smaller streets of this very bizarre and weird neighborhood, and the streets are narrow, the path is windy, there's a hill. You find yourself going in one way to one direction, and then the street ends, and so you end up having to backtrack, turn around. You're lost as could be. And then you see before you the edge of the water. You've somehow made it over here. And you're like, we have to be close. Somewhere around here are your other brothers and sisters, your family. But coming straight towards you is a man in a large robe with, looks like it has eyes on it, and perhaps even scales like a shark. Like a shark. Sharks don't have scales. Teeth like a shark. And just the smooth skin of a shark. And he comes up to all of you. Of course, Kyle being the one on the top of the moop. He says, "Good day, my friends, my chums. Have you heard about Jawsus?" And Kyle's like, "No, should I have?" And he smiles, laughs, says, "Well, of course, you're by the water. Everyone should know who Jawsus is." And the man introduces himself, Gregor, and he says, "Hello, I'm a priest of Jawsus. Are you lost? Do you need help? Do you need to find your way? Do you need to swim your way to freedom? Probably. You do seem lost." And Kyle's kind of like, I don't know. Maybe. Well, sure. Allow me to show you around. This must be your first time in the city. Come see the glorious docks and the bay, the harbor, and the glorious church, the Temple of Jawsus. He is an infomercial. Of course he is. No, he is infomercial. Cute way of saying Jaws is Jesus, just Jaws us. We're all chum in the eyes of Jawsus. Chum. And there is a beautiful temple. It looks like a giant shark head, like and like the big giant mouth. And you walk in. And as Gregor explains the wonders and the joys of Jawsus, how that if you follow Jawsus and you swim the path, that you're guaranteed to never be eaten by a shark. And if you are eaten by a shark, that was Jawsus' plan. So either way, it's a win-win. Now, after this long talk, and you wander through the city, you've come to your senses a little bit there, Kyle, and you think long and hard, and you're like, that's that moment where Gregor says, "So, tell me, would you like to convert to Jawsus? Now, you have a choice here. You can just go for it. I mean, Jawsus does seem to be a pretty powerful ocean-going god. Giant shark, you know. You can resist him. And, of course, the kobold god of, what is it? Kurt Ulmach. You're like, oh, no, you're a devout follower of that. Or you can pretend to agree. What would you like to do? Pretend to agree, sort of like, not exactly do it. Just go for it, whole hog, or openly resist. What's it gonna be? Save versus religious claptrap. Nice. Now the way that you can just be initiated by just being swim in the seawater, or if you want to guarantee that you're never eaten by a shark, you can swim in the giant shark pool, and if you make it across, you are guaranteed not to be eaten by a shark on your next ocean voyage. That's the rule.
There's also the grease pole when the festival's in operation as well.
That's true. And actually, the greasy pole is actually coming up end of June. So the real one. So yep. That's there in the harbor as well. See, wait, I think I can actually.
Ooh, this is going to be interesting.
I forgot I could zoom in on this. It changes everything. Look, you can see Jan's house from here. But we're over here. There's the Temple of Joseph. You guys are over here. There's a little bridge. There was no battle brew offered to Kyle. No, there wasn't. No.
All right, so the people have chosen fake it till you make it.
All right. Well, now, being polite, Kyle does have a +1 on his charisma roll. So we're going to give him another roll there. Twitch mod, why don't you give me a roll and add +1?
Let's see. We will go with here. That will come out to a 16.
Oh, dang. All right. Well, although Gregor tried to get you into the pool, actually, he's trying to get all the kobolds into the pool, actually, and the moop. Honestly, he was just trying to get everybody in the pool so that he could feed the sharks. But you managed to charismatically managed to like, no, not today. I get, what happens if you get the moop wet? He shrinks and then it's terrible. It takes forever to dry. You come up with some very strange offers, but we're gonna get another +1 there in the charisma bonus. Yes, well done there. And you managed to not, upset them. And so, good job. You're like, no, like, it's it's one of those dry clean only moops that it's just terrible. And so, and we just ate, and you can't swim within an hour of eating. So we're going to just have to skip that. And so, but all right. But if you could just tell us where the docks are and the harbor, and we can meet our friends, that would be fantastic. And Gregor says, very well, but we'll talk again tomorrow. I'm sure I'll see you again. And and he points you in the direction of the docks and the warehouses. And let's see. Oh, okay. Oh, we didn't even have to roll for that. Nicely done. All right. Right. And not only that, but your God appreciates your loyalty. RK, how do we pronounce that? I'm going to put this in the tap. All right. That is the kobold god right there. It's in the chat. Is it Kurtulmak? Is it Kurtulmak? Is it Kurtulmak? There's no umlauts. Mark. I don't know. What's it going to be? This will forever set how we pronounce this word. I've never heard anybody say it. I don't know. What about you, Tommy?
Well, it could be Kirk Ulmak.
Tulmak.
That sounds
Klingon.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Or Kurt Almach. Oh, I know a guy named Kurt Almach. Should we take a poll? I don't know.
Moving on.
Turns out there's two different gods, actually. There's one that's named Kurtulmak, and then the other one's Kurt Almach. You're asking me to pronounce. Yes. All right. Well,
maybe we should ask the Aussies.
What's that?
Ask the Aussies.
That's true. All right. Well, hey, it's 8:00, or 9:00 rather. So we're gonna take a little commercial break here. Which means we're just gonna chat. for a minute before we go on to the next thing. What we do? Well, this is Nat 21 Adventures, and it is Decide Your Endangerment. Tonight, we're going to do another one next week as well. And then, golly, what happens? I've got 2 more weekends here at Sherwood, at the Tennessee Renaissance Fair. Where am I? I don't even know. I'm with Kyle, the kobold, and Reverend Tommy, the Twitch mod. And so I've got 2 more weekends here at Tennessee. Let me see. Shakespeare's down there at Scarborough for a few more weekends. Jack the Whipper is going to be at New Jersey for 1 weekend, and I believe it's coming up soon. So it's either this weekend or next weekend.
Memorial, I believe he's got.
Oh, okay. 3-day weekend. Nice. Let's see. We've got shows all week long here from Monday through Thursday. We've got on Monday, Modern Monday with Lady Prudence, music. We've got, of course, Tuesday night, we've got Nat 21 Adventures, not Into the Feywild. We've got Decide Your Own Endangerment. Wednesday, we've got Creating with the Crew with Shoshi and Cubby. 9 p.m. Gothic Horror Gaming. And Thursday, 9 a.m. Sonnets with Shakespeare. And when she is able, we've got, of course, Mab's Mercantile Marketplace. And she does some shows on Thursdays. And so I'll have to find out if she's doing one this week. But we've got stuff all week long. All week long. What else we got? Coming up real soon, we got the D&D Castle Tour. And I do want to say we were all full up until just last week. And one person did have to drop out. So we have 1 space available for our Dungeons & Dragons Castle Tour. It's July 7th to 14th. It's going to be awesome. We're going to start in Edinburgh. We head down to York. We go into Whitby, which is where Bram Stoker wrote Dracula, and it's all there. Everything in the book is actually there. It exists. The Whitby Abbey, the 100 Stairs, the port, the town, the vampire, everything. It's all there. Let's see. And then coming up, of course, so we have all our shows this week. And of course, also, once again, boop. Speaking of vampires, we've got our Dungeons & Dragons New Orleans tour, December 5th through the 9th. It's 5 days and 5 nights. It's Dungeons & Dragons. It's the Louisiana Renaissance Fair. It's New Orleans, all rolled up into one tasty beignet. All right. Well, there we go. Back to the show. Dun, dun, dun. Let's see. In the UK, or is you stealing? Yes. Yes, we are going to the UK. That is correct. We are going to be staying in castles. We are renting the Castle Eden. They just rent you a whole castle over there. You can just rent a whole castle. It's nuts. And this one has a hot tub and a sauna. So if your character gets killed and you're like, I don't want to play anymore, then you can just go sit in a hot tub.
Are you going to get a chance to go by your castle?
I'm going to go by our castle after the tour is over. Now, the first tour that we did was actually at Muncaster Castle. And that's, for those of you who don't know, I won the Jester competition at Muncaster Castle many years ago at this point. And they are really great people. And as a matter of fact, thanks for bringing that up, because I want to throw this in the chat there as well. So my friends, and I call them friends because they showed up to my wedding even, the people who own Muncaster Castle in Cumbria, England, the Penningtons, they were just on a show called it's called Rich House Poor House Millionaire Special. It's the Millionaire Special, and it takes a lot of money to run a castle. I don't know if you know this, but the overhead is way high. And we were supposed to go there. We had planned our Dungeons & Dragons tour for 2020. Like it was way back when. And then COVID happened and kapla, everything went bust. And so for a few years, they like literally, like their overhead is millions and millions of dollars. So, whew, but they're the nicest people that I know who own a castle. Now, they might be the only people that I know who own a castle, but they are the nicest. So they were just on this special, and you should check it out. They're really great. They're honestly like the most down-to-earth people I've ever met. I have this crazy story. So the very, very first time that I ever went over there to meet them and do the jester competition. So the guy's name is Peter Frost Pennington, and it sounds very posh. And for some reason, we just kept saying like that, like posh British people would be like, "Oh, I'm going to meet Peter Frost Pennington. Oh, are we meeting Peter Frost Pennington? Oh, yes, we're going to meet Peter Frost Pennington." And it was always this like we'd be talking normal, and then we'd hit this posh British accent, and then we stop. And we did that so many times that I didn't even realize I was doing it. And so then when we actually went to go and meet him, I'm talking to his secretary, and I go, "Oh yes, hi. I'm supposed to meet Peter Frost Pennington at 2 o'clock." And she looks at me and she goes, "He's quite common, actually." And which is to say that he's not a lord per se, because they don't have the lord title anymore. But he's just an ordinary guy. He's actually a veterinarian, and he just happens to own a gigantic castle, because the family has owned it for 600 years. And there you are. What are you gonna do? So check out the show. It's really great. And again, they're like the nicest people.
Yeah, and they were befuddled when they saw the painting of the castle over your mantle.
Yes. Oh, yes, that's right. So they ended up coming to my wedding. They were in America anyway for something, and so then they and I was like, "Hey, well, I'm actually getting married. If you guys can make it to Virginia." So they turned down. I'm his only American jester, so I'm kind of a special prize.
He's a big deal.
It's kind of a big deal. And it's kind of a big deal. I'm the as I like to say, it's the castle where I'm a hero. And so like he shows up, and I have a painting of the castle over my mantle. And so that I had my wife, her mom made this painting. It's a great painting, gorgeous painting of the castle. We can't mistake it for any other castle. That's what it is. And he like walks into my house, and he's like, "What is that? What? You have a painting of my castle?" And I was like, "Yeah, of course. Like, I'm associated with it now. You can't get rid of me, pal. Can't get rid of me, because when society collapses, I've got credentials. Hey, like, good luck, everyone else." Anyways, yes, but well, we've definitely gone off on the subject. And yes, you can buy a small section of land in Scotland that entitles you to a lordship or lairdship. Yes, it is true. But to be a part of the House of Lords in England, though, it's a pyramid scheme. It's actually a pyramid scheme, but I mean, it does come with its own privileges, i.e., owning, like being a member of the House of Lords. But yeah, the actual last Lord of Muncaster was actually in the Napoleonic Wars, so he was actually at Waterloo, and I got to wear his hat. It was the best day ever. Wore his hat. I was like, "This hat should be in a museum, but it's on my head." And then I ran through the castle. And then they tackled me. Anyway, where were we? We were at the docks. That's right. And our old buddy Kyle, on top of a moop. Wait a minute. Where are they? Here we go. Unfortunately, I didn't get. Here's Kyle. Boop. With his hat. And a moop. Boop. Riding in on his moop. There. As you're heading down the street, you see carts, you see wagons, you see all sorts of things being loaded off and on from ships and onto carriages waiting, and people unloading them, boxes moving, crates, things, barrels, all sorts of things. And that's when you see a kobold. Why, yes, indeed, another kobold. You believe this could be one of your family. You're pretty sure. They're like, they see you. You approach cautiously. You step off of the moop. Oh yeah, moop needs a name, people. What's the moop's name? We're gonna need a name for this moop, people. Yeah. I think it's Cyclone. That's true. Yes. It's the moops. So Ayala. That's right. She did turn into a moop once. And there's a bit of questioning, eyebrows raising, and that's when he sees all the small marks of your family crest. Yes, indeed, it is one of your step brothers from Egdom, and there's a great rejoicing. And he says, "I'm Kyle the Bold. This is my moop, Kurt Almack the moop." I kind of like that, actually. We might have to take a vote here. We've got Ayala, Bob, Reginald, Morty the moop, Kurt Almack. That's what makes me laugh. Yeah, let's take a vote on that one. I realized all these names that I've come up with all have G's on them. So this is Gorb the kobold, and he is the leader of this little group here. He says, "I'm so glad you're here. Now, how many of you are there?" 30. Great. He says, "Come to the back of the warehouse." And your group goes to the back of this warehouse that's nearby. He says, "All right, Kyle, we have a very important mission. We are here to rob some gnomes. And of course, as all kobolds know, gnomes are like the mortal enemy of kobolds. They hate them. So, Kyle is more than happy to join in on this. He says, "Well, I've brought my brothers and sisters here. Let's see what we can do." He says, "Oh yes, gnomes. Of course it's gnomes." I was like, "Oh, gnomes are the natural enemy of kobolds? Great. That's perfect." Because theirs happens to be an entire legion of gnomes. And says, "Yes, we are here to rob their shipment of goods that's coming in. Now, once they make it onto, they're going to show up at the ferry. All right, sorry, they're going to show up over here by the dock, and then we're going to jump them, and we're going to take that carriage. We're going to ride it right onto that boat, right over there, and then we're going to sail it. We're going to get out as fast as we can." So, you think you can do that? Kyle's like, "I guess so. I thought gnomes were friendly." Yes, gnomes are friendly. You thought kobolds were the good guys. Not so much. Well, here we are with Gorb's. Now, Gorb has actually been losing some guys. He only had 20 left himself. And with Kyle's 30, they might be able to fight the Legion of Gnome and win this battle. Let's see. I'm going to say, well, I guess you guys are probably enough of you to throw down plenty of points. So here's what we're going to do. For every 10, all right, I'm going to give our Twitch mod He's going to roll a d20. And this is going to be a fight. Let's see. Well, what are we going to use? Are we going to try to use stealth and get +2 on dex? Are you going to try to use charisma, which also has a +2? Straight up fight, -4. Let's see. Intelligence, wisdom. Yeah. All right. What kind of fight is it gonna be? It's gonna be a charismatic
Animal
fight.
handling?
Animal. Oh, there's definitely gonna be some animal handling because he's got a moop and he's gonna try to move this wagon onto this boat. He's gonna. Is it Morty the Moop? Is that the one that won?
Aye, indeed.
All right, Morty the Moop. Oh, why am I writing it there? Morty the Moop. Morty the Moop. Kind of the bold kobold and Morty the Moop. I mean, that's magic right there. I don't know.
So, DM, I was just thinking, when things go awry, you typically toss notes, but you can't toss a chalkboard. Does that mean you throw a bucket of water at it?
Just knock it off the wall.
You go full Monopoly rage?
Exactly. Full Monopoly rage, yes. Just flip the whole table. I mean, I do have this whole set of notebook stuff, so yeah. All right. So what kind of fight are we gonna have? Is he gonna try to smooth talk his way in and yoink it? Is he going to just try to stealth his way in? I highly don't recommend straight up fighting because he does have a -4. Although he's got a +1 on attack, so he didn't get any other bonuses on the attack. He does have bronze helmet, which does give him 1 more AC, so he does have +2 on the AC. So there we go. So what kind of fight do we want?
I'm gonna take the best skill possible.
Well, it's either stealth at a +2 or charisma at a +2. What's it gonna be?
All right, chat. First one I see, stealth or charisma is what we're doing. So the first one to post a comment, stealth or charisma. Stealth. Dead meat gets stealth in first before charisma. All right.
Kyle says, I've got this. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to wait for them in between. We're going to maybe try to do a little, get in their way a little bit, unhitch their horse, hitch up the moop, and then just stealth it away. Keep them busy. And here's what we're going to do. Since we have 50 guys. All right. Tell you what. Let's do 5 rolls. 1 at a time. You got +2 on these rolls. Best 3 out of 5. Dun 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 dun. What do you got? Oh, I got a 19 on my very first roll. What's it gonna be?
18.
Oh, all right. It's you like almost they're like part of that plan sort of worked. You know, this is all like the different parts of the plan trying to come together. All right, roll number 2.
$18.
Oh, I have a mere 14. So we got 1 and 1. Don't we get a plus? He did get a plus, yes. So I think he added.
So my rolls were 16s.
Yeah. All right, 1 to 1. So you make up for that last bit that wasn't quite ready. You cause a little diversion. You sneak up onto the boxes. Unhitch the horses. Next step, the last thing you're gonna do is get that moop over there. So all right, roll number 3. Here we go. Oh geez. Think you can beat a 5?
Well, I rolled a 5, but with +2 makes it a 7, beating yours.
All right, 2-1. Whoo, just barely. It looked like it was going to go south right there. The a couple of gnomes turned around, their little gnome hats. You never know what direction they're facing because they all just point up. You don't know which way is the front. And then, like, oh, crap. I dive in the corner. And then, just barely made it. All right, roll number 4. Oh, I'm very sorry, but I, in fact, rolled a nat 21. Oh.
There's only one thing that can tie this off.
Mm-hmm.
Will I? No.
No. Oh, man. All right. 2-2. I can't believe it actually comes down the last roll. All right. It's like, this is it. This is the last chance. You're going to have to do the double duty of getting the horses to get out of the way and get the moop in position and then ride it down. You've got a couple of your guys are down there, like, ready to just cut the horses loose. Well, attach the moop. It's literally going to be a drive-by mooping. And then, like, everything is set to go. Your boat is sailing. It's going to be one of these, like, last shots. Just let's see what happens.
I like Jurassic World. He's racing off of the cliff on the bike away from the raptors onto the plane.
Yes, and a little bit older movie. I was thinking actually more like the Starsky and Hutch movie with Ben Stiller when they was like, we're going to land this car on that boat. Let's do it. Can you beat a 4?
How's a 19 work for you there, bucko?
Kyle, the bold, the brave kobold. He gets his moop in position. Yeah! His brothers and sisters wrap the leather straps onto the cart, yoink it away as the gnomes turn around at the last moment and go, what the hell? He rides down the dock. The ship is already moving. Lands the moop and the cart onto the boat. They sail off. The gnomes, they try to give chase, but what are they going to do? The kobolds. Go brave the kobold. Go. It's co-brave or kobold. Yeah. You land your moop and the wagon onto the boat. The ship sails off out of the harbor. The family is so proud of you right now. Not only do you still have 30 of your brothers and sisters, which, by the way, I really thought was going to be a lot less. But yeah, you managed to, and that was a stealth. Yeah, so we're going to give you another bonus on the plus on the dex. So joyous day, Kalukale. Not only did you survive with several of your brothers and sisters, but you also succeeded on the mission. And now, next time we see Kyle the Kobold, he's gonna have Morty the Moop. He's got a bronze helmet. He's got some gold. He's got a much better dex than your average kobold, and a little smarter, a little wiser, and a slightly more charismatic than a normal kobold. So there we go. I guess maybe we'll actually stat this guy up.
Does he get to level up again yet?
That's right. So yeah, he did level up. Oh yes, he leveled up. So we're gonna give him the next step in So he went from there to there. That's right. You know what? And if he just so the next level up from that, of course, is this one. And of course, the next level up from there is this one when he turns into a drag performer, or I think it's more like kobolds on ice or something. I don't know. But yeah, here we go. I was ready for all sorts of kobold action. All right, my friends. Well, that has been our show for the night. This is Decide Your Endangerment. We've got we're going to come up with different stories for a few more weeks. Then I'm going to be taking yet another break as I go off to Europe, and we're going to eventually do our Dungeons and Dragons tour. And then we'll be going to Gen Con. And then, gee, what happens next? Oh, after Gen Con, we are going to start the next campaign. And we will let you know. I'm going to figure out who's going to be in that. And we might continue the story of Pan. I don't know, because I don't know if you noticed, but somebody took the ball with Pan in it, broke it open, and let him loose. Sure, stabbed him, but he's immortal anyway. Now he's just going to be haunting him the rest of his life. Whatever, that's fine. I'm sure it'll be fine. It's fine. It's all fine here. How are you? All right. Well, my friends, once again, we've got shows all week long, Monday through Thursday, and yes, and what else we got? We got Tennessee Renaissance Fair, Scarborough Fair, New Jersey Fair. We got Ren Adventurers and Nat 21 Adventurers everywhere. So hope to see you at the next show. Hope to see you at the next fair. Thanks a lot. I had a lot of fun. I hope Tommy did as well, our Twitch moderator, who's been extremely helpful in all things, so many things behind the scenes. I was like, we got to bring him in. He's here. So we're going to do it. All right, my friends. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. And I hope to see you all again next week. This has been Nat 21 Adventures. When a Nat 20 just won't do, you know you're going to need that Nat 20. 01. Thanks a lot, everybody, and we'll see you again.